Hey guys, what is up? It is Grinding Gears here, and today we're going to do something that, for lack of a better term, I'm going to call a psychotic lift. We're going to be lifting a whole lot of weight in survival, or more specifically, in a world that has block damage enabled. We're going to be lifting 1.2 million kilograms, and I think you guys will really like this, provided that it works in this particular take. While we load in here, if you're curious for a little bit of background information, the entire system is based on a system created by Oshkosh. It is the Palletized Load System, or PLS for short. On the back there we have, I believe it's 375 heavy armor blocks weighing in at a fairly brisk 1 point, I want to say like 236 million, whatever. Anyway, on with the show. This is it. The whole system works in two phases. You have the primary lift phase and the tilting phase. So basically what's going to happen here is these hydraulics here are going to pull back the entire unit, and ideally these little bars here should run on these rollers and it will come back on nice. You will notice that it is moving quite slow. Piston speed is set to 0.125 meters per second. This is to sort of prevent the little bit of herks and jerks that you might find in various clang related objects and instances. While that's still traveling, I'll take a moment to take a brief look at the suspension. Each of these is a 4-bar parallel linkage utilizing a connector as a spring action. Fortunately, it's not jiggling a whole lot, so you don't have to see it too much, but you might see it when it hits the base here. You see how the weight's sort of shifting back and forth there. Don't mind this big chunk up front. That's basically to stand in for a little bit of counterweight that will be there later in the form of another pair of axles. As you can see, I've started the second phase and it's begun pulling, and what we're going to see here is these are going to soon make contact and begin rolling. So now at this point almost all of the weight is being transferred onto the actual unit, and as you can see there, we've actually got clearance. So now the entire weight is actually up on the rig. So 1.2 million slowly but surely moving its way onto deck. This piston speed is the same. It's not, again, particularly fast. You can see a little bit of jiggle and stuff in the rotors and pistons and whatever else. That's, I suppose, to be expected under this kind of ridiculous load. That is a lot heavier than I'd ever expect anything that this thing would be intended to lift would be. However, I suppose, you know, it's good the fact that it can lift that much weight. As you can see here, there's a little bit of jerking here, but the suspension is taking up the slack, so it's not destroying itself. And pretty much there you have it. That is solid contact. Destruction is on. It did manage to take it on. I would take a moment and show you guys the offload, but that's going to be a lot longer than I really care to deal with. So, hope you enjoy, and I don't think I'll be putting this up on the workshop just yet. Maybe once I finish the rest.